All right, the adventure continues of the slightly tubby Imperial Guard officer. All right, we had just opened the vault that had the writ for the rogue trader. I remember what's happening. The enormous gates match the importance of the thing they protect. I need a little bit more time to read that. The massive doors are made of heavy metal and look impregnable. All right. That looks like a suitably important thing. Okay, that must be the writ. Let it be known that by my will and the true words of this document, I appoint this person to be the bearer of the warrant of trade, to be the paragon of humanity, unbroken by adversity, to walk bravely first into darkness, to triumph over nightmares untold, to hold boldly the reins of fate, to read slightly faster. Morning, Darmist.
Escort the child of the house to safety.
All right, Servo's skull's creaking gradually turns into comprehensible words. What's happening here? Who are you? I need to contact someone, preferably Theodora. I need a weapon. I need a weapon.
Distance from the current location to the nearest arsenal. Initiating situational calculations.
The servo skull goes silent, its relays clicking. Seconds after seconds pass, and you realize the servo skull will not answer you. All right, let's try to contact Theodora.
Voxcast frequencies disrupted. Initiating setup. Establishing connection.
Voxmaster, restore communication with the navigator's sanctum. I am trying to contact the bridge. If anyone can hear me on this frequency, regroup all available forces and head to the upper decks at once. I repeat, regroup all available forces and head...
All right, head to the upper decks. Check out the navigator's sanctum. Seems like priorities.
Communication protocols breached. Signal latency assessment unavailable. Unable to establish two-way connection.
All right, what's happening here? Who are you?
Temporary obnubilation following acute stress. Mobile unit of the Warrant Sentinel standing by.
Are you the Warrant Sentinel?
Mobile unit of the Warrant Sentinel designed as a personal escort of the child of the house and a means of communicating with the rogue trader's subjects. Mobile unit standing by.
Okay, so this thing's supposed to look after me. Got it.
Middle and upper decks. Assuming the probability of safe placement in areas of concentration of armed units. Calculating. To prevent unauthorized units from breaching the warrant chamber, preemptive sealing must be initiated. The mobile unit will start executing the received order immediately after the safety of the warrant is secured.
Okay, so I get out, you seal the room. Cool. So as the game story unfolds, you will see notifications at the top of the screen indicating the status of your current objective has been updated and new information has been added to your journal. Journal entries help you keep track of current events and guide your character on their journey. The quest tab tracks the progress of the main story. There's rumors and contracts section that contain important information. Okay. So basically, all I got to do is leave. That is suitably
I'll lay claim
impressive.
to the stars.
Okay, so just seal it.
Master,
I remember that dude from Monday.
whatever are you doing in the Warren Chamber? How did you... Throne preserve me, what is the meaning of this?
Seneschal Abelard has lost some of his former polish. His forehead is sweating, and one of the sleeves of his coat is torn and soaked through with blood. Despite the heavy breathing, he stands firm, and his gaze is demanding, albeit somewhat surprised. He surveys the carnage around him. His brow furrows, and he places a hand on his weapon. How did you find me? Are you with that traitor Voidveer? Voidveer is a traitor. When we parted ways on the officer's deck, he stunned me somehow and brought me here. Yeah, this guy's clearly a good dude. We'll go with dialogue option 1.
What?
That sounds appropriately surprised. He's clearly serving the unholy gods of the warp. He intended to take revenge on Theodora for something, and trying to reach the warrant was somehow part of that plan. I'm going to be honest with people.
Oh, holy God, Emperor. I presume he is the one responsible for the mutiny. And, Master, I wish to remind you that you are to refer to the Lord Captain as Lady Theodora.
Oh, holy God, Emperor. He clutches his forehead. He looks lost for the briefest of moments, but then quickly finds his resolve again. I wonder if that's him having some exposure to the warp, similar to how we did. All right. I presume he's the one responsible for the mutiny. He admitted that, unquestionably. Why don't we leave matters of etiquette for another time? Ramir Sinisashal, you're asking too many. No, I'm down being friendly with this dude. So it would seem, but he is not here and we have a mutiny to end.
Indeed. Indeed. That is easier said than done, of course. But seeing one of Lady Theodora's heirs alive inspires at least some degree of optimism.
All right.
You're in a bad way. I can treat your wounds. I have a Medicaid kit with me. And for the love of the throne, now is not a good time to be walking around the decks without means of self-defense. Here.
Do you see what I can do here, Kappa?
I do. Thank you very much, Tommy. Much appreciated. All right, we've got a revolver, a sword, armor, and a med kit. It's probably going to come in handy. While fighting, your character can lose some of their wounds. Your character has suffered an injury after being attacked by Kunrad. This happens when a character receives damage that exceeds 50% of their maximum wounds within one round. When a character initially suffers an injury, it's considered a fresh injury. Once 3 rounds have passed, a fresh injury becomes an old injury. A fresh injury can be healed using a med kit without passing a skill test. Old injuries require a skill test. Okay. When a character loses all of their wounds, they are unconscious. I'm not that deep into it. I played it for about an hour earlier this week, but I'm kind of digging it. But I'm also kind of a 40k fanboy, so I think that has a lot to do with it. Once combat is over, the wounds of all party members are replenished automatically, but any injuries they may have sustained remained. Okay. Medkits can only be used by characters who have the field medic feature or base skill Medicaid. Okay, we have that for our dude. Abelard can heal your character's injury. Okay, so I need to use Abelard
Look no further.
to heal my injury.
Back into the fray.
There we go. You've got new items added to your inventory. You can open it by pressing I or clicking the bag icon. I'm not going to use a keyboard. Are you kidding me? To equip new weapons or armor, open your inventory from I or double click on an item. Alternatively, you can hold and drag. To view the parameters of an item, hover your cursor over its icon and wait for the information window to appear. Very well. You can switch between party members. Okay, so Abelard must be joining our party. Neat. And we got some gear.
That is a noticeable improvement. Now you're prepared for the trials ahead.
No, I'm not. I had more to equip. Yeah, this was the same people that made Pathfinder. Can I not equip the rest of my gear?
Teeming with heretics, instigating the rabble to
Maybe we'll worry about that later.
But that is the least of our problems. The ship's enforcers are rounding up the scoundrels and suppressing the resistance. The situation on the middle decks is much worse. All those strike teams have already been dispatched there. All communication with the bridge and the engineering bay was lost. So, apart from scattered voxcasts, we have no information to go on.
All right.
But that is not the worst of it all. All these jolts and shaking are most alarming. These are signs that the navigator and the master helmsman are having difficulty translating the ship out of the warp and into real space. I fear that they may have already lost control. We must reach the Navigator's Sanctum and get a handle on the situation. If we can manage that, some aboard this vessel may yet survive.
That seems good to me. I should probably tell him I heard one of the Vox casts.
Lady Theodorus. Which one? The last one I received was about the Navigator's Sanctum, and that was a good while ago.
Yeah,
In
okay.
any case, let us hope that the Lord Captain is well and safely in charge of the ship's defense. In the meantime, we must do all we can to prevent the ship from veering off course.
All right, bud. For the Imperium and humanity, lead the way, Senesashal.
Come.
To arms, loyal sons and daughters of the God Emperor! Fight the heresy and corruption that threatens to consume our home, and with all your might, destroy those who have dared!
The Lord Captain is calling her crew to battle, which means the Vox networks are set up for broadcast transmission, not message exchange. Splendid. While the rogue trader inspires proper resolve to fight in her subjects, you and I shall prove that her trust in us is well deserved.
Let's go do it, buddy. Oh, I'm gonna have to do a fight before I can equip all my stuff.
Death will find you soon enough.
All of you will bleed!
Okay, this is where it lets me have a tactical phase. Okay, so I can move my bros around. This guy's a close combat dude, and I am not a close combat dude.
Out of my way! Ah! I serve the ruinous powers!
Champions can get hurt by your burst attacks or area attack. Okay, so friendly fire. Got it.
Just a minor setback.
Abilities. The abilities of a character differ depending on their archetype. Available abilities are located at the bottom left of the screen. Okay. So we need to buff him. We're buffed, and we can fire a shot, which is convenient. Hit that dude? No. It does try to hit both of them, though. That's nice. So I have to be adjacent to someone for that. So we're pretty much done there. Able art abilities. Yeah, I can read him. He's a melee dude. Strike with melee weapon. Cleave. Cleave seems pretty good here.
I will do like you like the aftermath of an orbital strike.
There you go, buddy. Navy officers and their allies gain +2 deflection. Okay. Can he charge somebody else? No. Okay.
It will be done.
I'll give bro a buff then. He just got a sword. Can he heal himself too? He can. This guy's pretty tough. Character landed a critical hit and it deals damage equal to the critical damage stat. Character's critical damage is 150% of their normal damage. Certain weapons have their own critical damage. Cool, cool. Hello, John. Yeah, that's not a bad take, Darmus.
Brace yourself,
An unbeliever.
Abelard.
Your blood will flow!
Man, they've beaten this dude up.
Not my specialty. I don't have time for this.
All right, let's just shoot one of them then. It's not like I'm going to hit anybody. I'm just here to give orders. Can I cleave again? Attack of opportunity. Characters with melee weapons can make an attack of opportunity if an opponent in an adjacent cell initiates movement. Okay. strike and cleave. Cool.
Dominance achieved!
Yeah, I'd say so, bro. This guy's a beast.
Chaos guides me!
Chaos guides you to get wrecked. Experience points. You can advance the level of your character and companions. Prevailing in battles, exploring the Chronos Expanse, and completing quests earns you experience points. Once you've accumulated enough, your character gains a new level. Click on the arrow symbols on a character's portrait to open the level up screen. Each level gained offers you your character's new progression options, which include abilities, talents, skill improvements, and other enhancements. Your companions gain new levels at the same time as your character. Even if they are not included in the active party during your journeys, you can always increase their level later. That's handy.
I tire of idleness. Let's move.
Okay, so I have to click on the actual arrows. Okay. So let's see. I'm level 1. I want to become level 2. I have 1 rank available, so I must do it here. Okay. Choose a skill. Okay, looks like I can look at all of these, but the thing I can actually get is this one. At this archetype rank, it is possible to increase the character's skills. The higher the skill score, the easier it will be for tests. So I can get more persuasive, get better at commerce, better at carousing, coercion, Imperium lore, or healing. I'm down with being more persuasive if this dude's supposed to be a leader. This is Abelard, though. I thought it was... No, this is my bro, not Abelard. Okay. I don't know why it's showing me Abelard here. Maybe it's comparing it because I have somebody that's pretty persuasive. Good morning, Tim. But I don't care about that. I may not always have him. Okay, so he leveled up, and this bro's got to level up. Athletics seems good for our close quarters dude. All right, welcome to level 2. And I want to check my inventory and see if I can equip the rest of my gear.
Absolutely not. Not my specialty.
I thought I had basic skill Medicae. Do I not? I'm not sure where to see that. I hope you have a safe trip and are able to find some fun there. I guess I don't have Medicae skill. Okay. Character with high meta. So, okay. So I do have the stat, but I don't have the skill. Weird. We've got some things to learn, but it'll be okay. Collecting loot. Defeated enemies have no further need of their belongings. You can discover trophies among them. All right, let's loot some people. Items on the right of the trophy collection window go to your inventory. They can be used or equipped. Items on the left are picked up as cargo sent to your ship, which can be used to trade with various factions. That's kind of neat. So Lau's pistol, not as good as my stubber. Lots of ammo. It does have a pistol burst. Apparently my stubber has that too. These swords are the same as the swords that I have. Okay, cool.
Victory awaits.
Do I have to loot them all individually, or does it give me... It looks like it gives me all of them at once, which is convenient at least. All right, let's go to the Navigator Sanctum, yo. Here's a map of your void ship. It consists of several parts between which you can travel. Some parts are not yet available, but over time, your character will be able to access them. Click on the active part of the ship to move there. This is like a turbo lift.
The Navigator Sanctum is directly along the passageway. I pray to the God Emperor that we are not too late.
Who are you?
And so, he will enter the halls of the blinded guide and witness the radiance of the final dawn through the cracks and fall victim to a whim of fate.
Okay, so we found a psyker.
Master, watch your head. Idira, would it
Hello,
be
Ewan.
too much to ask that you phrase your soothsayings plainly for once? That was too close.
Sorry, old man. The voices are so loud I can't even hear myself. They shriek, they sing, they... Oh, Abelard, how they sing!
Yep, we found a psyker.
This is Idira Tlas, personal psyker and diviner of Her Ladyship Theodora von Valencius. Idira?
I'm not drunk, old man. I'm suffering the effects of the warp that is seeping through these walls. I see the ship's fate. To die in the waves of the immaterium, fall under the burning rays of the final dawn. And in the roaring blaze, I see a figure standing. Who is it? I have no answer.
Being a parent is incredibly cool. It's amazing to see her grow and learn. This was a challenging week. She had a cold, so when she doesn't sleep, we don't sleep, and that can be pretty rough. But just this morning, she's feeling a lot better. I can see her running around and playing again, and it just brings a joy to my heart unlike anything I've ever felt before. It is amazing having a kid, especially such a cool kid. Like, Sim Baby's awesome. She's a really cool little kid. She's also getting into stuff and starting to have her own interests, which is really fun. Like, whenever we drive anywhere in the car, she makes me play Ronnie James Dio for her, which is, I think, pretty damn cool. The entity in your consciousness shrinks and crawls in deeper, its claws scraping against the walls of your mind as if the presence is trying to hide from the seer standing before you. A diviner, are you?
The voices from beyond the threshold whisper to me. Sometimes their murmurs are clear, they grant insight. Sometimes they drive me mad. But I am patient. I know how to listen and discern. But now, with this clamor around me, too many voices, too loud.
She likes Rainbow in the Dark. But yeah, we've done Holy Diver a couple times too. 40k is a little creepy, bro.
And you are von Valencius, one of Lady Theodora's heirs. Well then, we finally meet.
Frequency. To all who can hear me, those with a weapon in their hands are to gather on the officer's deck at once. I repeat, gather on the officer's deck at once and prepare to launch a counterattack.
All right, we'll get there. We got to check on Navigator Bro first, though.
That's Edelthrat. Oh, Emperor's Providence. The other heir lives as well. Quickly, we must head to...
Not so fast, old man. If we drown in the warp, Lady Theodora's heirs won't be any good to us. If Edelstrad's like me and hasn't yet surrendered his mind or body to the mercy of the warp, then he can still hold on a little longer without us.
So this is probably worth explaining because I know Dharmist and some other folks may not be super into 40k lore. The way humanity has figured out how to travel faster than light in this universe is by cutting into another dimension called the warp. And the warp is filled with entities that will try to take over your mind and do terrible things to you. The Psychers, basically wizards in the 40k universe, are particularly sensitive to that. So what's happening on this ship is if the navigator and the helmsman are in trouble, you may not be able to get out of the warp, and you really don't want to stay in the warp for very long. So that's kind of what's happening on the ship. We're going to have to protect the navigator and presumably check on the helmsman, helmswoman too, and make sure they're safe, get us out of the warp, and then we can deal with the mutiny.
Blast it. You're right. First, we need to deal with what is happening here.
I'm not going to ask a psyker who's been on this ship when I'm an heir to the ship, how do you know who I am? There's like 8 different ways she could know who I am. So I'll ask her what she's doing here.
The whispers called me. The ones I could make out among all the screams and screeches. Those who are rocking this boat hit us where it hurt. They went after the navigator, our guide through the warp. Other whispers called me to the engineerium, but it was too late. I heard the cry of our master Cog, and the silence that followed.
Yeah, they're going to explain what I just explained, which is convenient.
What? You don't mean the Enginseer Prime is...
Said, without a doubt. And the voices wail, heralding countless nightmares, cackling at each soul among the hundreds that are now joining the warp. The shriek from the Navigator's sanctum was louder than the rest. And it's better that we saved the Navigator than some lever puller from a cooling module or a cook from the middle decks.
Yep, let's go check on the navigator. I'm with you.
No. Nothing is well about him. Can't you feel the chill crawling on your skin? The eyes watching you? The warp ice has already encased the bulkheads. What follows is calamity.
And maybe it's worth referencing, too, that there's not supposed to be blood randomly pouring out of walls on an Imperial ship. Like, this is because we are in the warp and the field has been breached.
But we're not just going to stand here and take it, are we? The state of things in here suggests there's a navigator around. Maybe one who's crippled or at death's door, but still kicking. And since our skin hasn't peeled off our faces just yet, his third eye must be closed. At worst, it's a little roughed up. So what are we moping around for? Let's go protect that noble mutant while we're still alive.
I'm glad you found something that you love, Ewan. An exhausting emotional roller coaster that I truly love also describes parenting. How are you holding up, Darmist? Idira has joined your party, which now consists of several characters. To select one character, click on their portrait. To select multiples, hold LMB and drag a box. Okay. Is she level 2 also?
How may I serve the dynasty?
She is, okay. And presumably her stuff has already been picked.
Oi Shah, forgiven me to say Shah, but ISS been a pleasure serving under your command these past years, Shah.
Thank you very much, Zombob. Appreciate your service. So her archetype is Psyker / operative. And it looks like that's already been selected. I don't have anything to do with her. And let's go to inventory. Still got a Medicaid bag that I can't equip, but this bro can, so let's give it to him. And she got appropriate gear, armor, staff, las pistol. Her las pistol is still worse than my stubber, so I don't have to yoink it. Okay, cool. That's a fallen pipe. I don't need to investigate that. Let's open the door. Okay, that must be the navigator, and these must be the bad dudes.
A new challenge for me?
Let's go get them. get where we've got some cover. And charge in on the side, then get the big dude. Abelard looks like he can hold his own. And we're just going to hide over here and shoot people and give commands. No, that's not where I want you. That's where I want my dude. Oh, I can't put him all the way over there. Okay. Maybe here, and I can move out from the cover. Dira's abilities. Psyker and an operative. As an operative, she can study opponents and identify their weaknesses, and her Psyker abilities allow her to deal damage. Analyze enemies is an operative ability which applies the exploit effect. If the operative hits a target with an exploit stack, the attack deals 5 times perception bonus. Damage is also increased by 10% for each exploit on target. So presumably you'd want to do that on like bosses and stuff, eh? Operative's line of sight at the start of each of operative's turns. Oh, it's all enemies. I mean, that's kind of neat. The operative can also use this ability against a specific enemy to inflict several stacks of the effect. Okay. Whenever the operative hits a target, okay, it's explaining it here. Expose weakness used against a single enemy who is under the exploit effect. Reduces their dodge, parry, and armor. Okay, so she's a debuffer. Armed with a Psyker staff. In the future, you encounter staves that only... Okay, so you have to attune her. Got it. All right, so we can... For warning, increases the target's dodge and parry by 10%. That seems handy to put on Abelard, because he's going to be out there trying to dodge and parry. And then who can I zoinks with some lightning? I can do a strike. This is melee. And a lightning arc.
Anything else?
Okay, why did that hurt us? Okay, man, that would have been handy to go back and fix. I think I just nuked myself and wasn't really aware of that. Okay. Today I learned. Use the hologram decay. Yeah, okay, that would have been a really cool pro tip to have a minute ago. Pistol burst. That looks like it would hit Abelard, so we don't want to do that. Let's try moving here and then doing a pistol burst. What we've learned is that I really need to pay attention to the tooltip and not hit myself with friendly fire. Correct, noob.
All too easy.
Hold on. Death to the weak.
I like how they step out of cover. All right, so Bro can move up to him and then kill him.
Indeed. One fewer target.
All right, let's give him some dodging. Because I think he's going to need it. Can we charge this dude? I think we can. Dude, the close combat people are broken. All right, so if I do this, it's going to hurt them both. And I can't not target a person with it just to kill that, bro. Okay, so we have learned good things. Okay, so I don't want to do that. What if I do Psychic Shriek? Okay, that only hurts him. So this is my single target. And this is my group target. Veil Degradation. When Psychers reach deeper into the warp to power their abilities, there's always a chance of the Empyrean bleeding into our reality, a factor that is destructive and damaging. At the beginning of combat, the degradation is at 0. It increases by 1 for each use of a minor psychic power and 3 for each use of a major psychic power. So we don't want to go nuts on the psychic powers. Got it. The creature in the chair appears as if it has become one with its throne. You see pink parchment-like skin stretched between the seat and the limbs that have too many joints for a normal human being. The navigator is breathing heavily, the air whistling as it exits through 2 dark gill-like slits on its cheeks. The creature's eyes are shut, the 2 ordinary eyes, as well as the 3rd one that sits in the center of its forehead. Welcome to 40k.
I believe Master Vespider still lives. Well, the servants are dead, but the chamber, thank the Emperor, is still sealed from the warp. Well, we have a chance of leaving this place alive.
Give Abelard a pointed look. Address Idira, what is wrong with him? Approach. Address the navigator. Hey, are you alive? Yeah, if we use too many Psyker powers at once, it's not going to go well. Well, let's ask Adira. She knows about this stuff.
Wounded, exhausted, fighting back the endless horrors of the warp that are forcing their way into his head. Pick one.
Right.
Your time is short.
The navigator stirs, barely able to lift his head and half open his normal eyes. A dark drop rolls from under the closed lid of the 3rd eye and down his face, leaving a black trail. The voice is coming from the Vox grill at the base of the bizarre chair. It is unclear how the navigator is able to produce human speech. Our time is short to do what? You're in need of help. We have to get you out of that chair. That's not going to work. I already know that. All right, our time is short to do what?
Fall to your knees, mortals, and behold the final dawn.
Suddenly, the navigator's body starts thrashing in place. It lurches forward, then falls back onto the seat, then thrusts forward again as its bones crack and the skin tears open. However, the fusion between the body and the chair appears to be stronger than these wild impetuses. The mutant remains seated, but leans as far forward as he can, his layered raiment slowly turning crimson. The grill slits burst open, forming 2 hideous, screaming mouth-like pits. Yeah, seems fine to me, too.
It came from beyond! His body is not his!
Adira's scream is echoed by the silent cries in your head. The unseen creature triumphs at the sight of the navigator succumbing to the paroxysms of corruption.
Its march thunders under the burden of hopes. Unseal your hearts, and I will flood your souls with myriads of words and meanings, each one a portent of salvation within me.
So this is probably Zeech is the chaos god that is possessing this dude, I'm guessing. Every morning before my coffee. I had 2 cups of coffee already. The navigator continues to convulse violently in his seat, shrieking and cackling, but then his fit stops abruptly. His face is drenched in black and crimson. The dark ooze from under his 3rd eyelid is turned from a trickle into a stream, mixed with the blood coming out of his nose, and there is a purplish swelling around the eye.
Run. Flee from this place while I still have the strength. I can contain the intrusion, but not for long. We must begin the translation. Leave the warp. But it can't be done without the Master Helmsman's help.
I appreciate that some of these are like wanting to help the navigator, But my bro's background is a guard officer. I think he would have the perspective that we're not here to save this guy. This guy's going to die, and there's really nothing we can do about it. We need to get the ship out of the warp. So I'm going to talk to Abelard here and say, what do we do now? Which I presume is go find the helms person.
The ship can only begin the translation with the assistance of the Master Helmsman, if he is still alive. It is worth a try. We must get to the bridge, but we will need support. Our only option is to fight our way to the officer's deck and join forces with Edelthrad and his people. I believe we will also find Lady Theodora there. She must have heard the call to arms that the servo skull relayed to us earlier.
Ah, sounds reasonable. Let's do it.
Vespidas. Good luck.
Yeah, good luck in there, bro. The navigator does not give her a response. Black tears mixed with blood are streaming from under the closed eyelids, and the vox at the base of the chair is bellowing out static, interspersed with distant echoes of otherworldly laughter. Probably something like that. All right. Gotta loot these bros. What you got? All right, we got an axe that is not as good as my sword. So that goes to cargo. We got a psyker staff. It is not as good as the one she already has. Welcome to cargo. And we've got a scrappy autogun. It's not doing as much damage, but it can shoot a lot of rounds. It's shooting double the rounds of my revolver. Yeah, that's still less damage, I think. So I don't need it. We'll hang on to it there. She's got a little psychic buff, a fresh injury. But it has healed everybody. So what does this do? It will turn into an old injury. Okay, so I do need to heal her. Can I just do that from here? Where'd she go? Am I blind? I literally don't see her. Where are you, lady? Oh, you were in me. Okay, that makes
Your
sense.
seneschal is always there for you.
I owe you one.
Okay. Cool. And do I have to loot these bros individually? No. Yes. It looks like some kind of area loot. It's neat that I can hover over each of the dudes and see how it compares to what they have. Okay, cool. Okay, so I can drop off stuff if I don't want it. Cool. I think that means I've looted everybody and looked at everything I want to here, so we can go try to find the helmsman. Piece of pipe. Yeah, we know about that. So how do I get to the helmsman? Can I loot this dude? Oh, I must have to go back here and take the turbo lift. Cargo elevator, whatever it was. Go back the way we came. I imagine I'll get more choices as the game goes on. This feels like I'm still kind of in the tutorial 2 hours in. Which is not a bad thing.
job's as good as ours. It's all over for you.
I shall pity not your enemies. I shall heed not their pleas.
We did hear there was a Sister of Battle on the ship.
Shall betray not your tenets, nor stray one step from them. Take not your gaze from me. Leave me not without your grace.
I told you he would protect us.
My God, my light, my Emperor.
Okay, I hope she joins the party. The white-haired warrior turns to face you, her dark eyes blazing. The weapon quivers in her hands, and for a brief moment, it seems she's not going to stop, and will instead continue eliminating every target she sees, starting with you.
Sister Argenta! Sister Argenta, it is a relief to see you. We require all the forces we can muster.
Your face, it is unfamiliar. Who are you?
The young woman called Argenta lowers her weapon and scans your small party with an intense gaze. Then she sets her sights on your face. Simulan von Valencius, the Lord Captain's heir. Just who are you to be so brazen? I shall introduce myself after you do the same. I don't know what all that posturing's about. I'm a guard officer.
The hour is dark and daunting. Ship abounds with corruption. The faces of friends are twisted by sneers of heresy. The eyes of comrades ignite with the archenemy's hunger. I will do what I must to halt the advance of the dark forces. But in these dire moments, little can be trusted. So I must know, why are you here?
I suppose I also know what a Sister of Battle is, whereas some people who are playing the game, or maybe even watching, are not familiar. This is a warrior order dedicated to the Emperor. Like, we can trust her. She is on the side of the Emperor. She is fighting chaos. She's got a bolt gun, which is the best gun you can get in 40k for human armament. She's good people. Argenta gives you another stern appraisal. You catch something strange in the dark depths of her eyes, some internal struggle or a wordless question. In the end, however, she nods.
Sister, I beg of you. Now is not the time for interrogations. The ship is under attack by heretics. We've been betrayed by our esteemed Master of Whispers. Edelthrad the Heir is waiting for our aid, and Lord Captain Theodora is expecting a report on our success. We are here to deal with the situation, so I suggest we all do just that.
I mean, she needs to trust me. I'm no traitor, sister.
If you speak truthfully, the Emperor will not forsake you. If you are lying, you will not escape his retribution.
I mean, she's got silver hair.
I cannot wait to rain righteous fire down upon each and every heretic.
All right, so we've succeeded a lore check. What is a warrior of the Adeptus Sororitas doing aboard a rogue trader's ship? Your orders serve the ecclesiarchy. Do they not? They're the military arm of the church, basically. Don't cry for me, Argenta. For the people with you, I know who they are. They're the ship's officer, or the ship's troops. What's happening on the officer's deck? We must get to the main hull of the deck. Like, I'm kind of interested in what she's doing here, but I do feel like time is of the essence. But let's ask her.
Sister Argenta is a guest of the Lord Captain, and that story deserves its own time and conversation, under more appropriate circumstances.
You know what? I'm with you, bro.
Enough
I'm with you.
idle chatter. I am where I must be, and that will suffice.
Hey, you're the one with doing the idle chatter. I was just playing along. Fine, let's go to the deck.
Through this door. I shall join you, for it is my duty to the God Emperor to destroy this
We will follow. For now, we will hold off any heretics who might try to crawl in through the cracks to join the main assault. And we'll take a look at the generators while we're at it. Those villains made a mess of the cables. Oh, I wish we had a Tectomat with us. But we'll see what we can do without one.
Good to hear it. Sister?
Ready. May Terra's light illuminate our path through fire and darkness.
Sounds good to me. All right. I didn't mean to go to the journal. I want to keep playing. All right, let's check her stuff.
Join me in prayer.
What you got? Mesh chest plate. Unfading Valor two-handed weapon. Yes, it's a bolter. She's got a backup auto pistol, which is not... Well, it does have a huge rate of fire and a Medicaid bag. That makes me wonder if I want to just yoinks her auto pistol. She doesn't need it. She can have the revolver, and I'll take the auto pistol, because that's, I think, a lot better for what we're trying to do with this dude. They must have grenades. Pretty handy. Always worth making sure you don't want to steal somebody's gear, I guess. Your first order is to give me your gun. All right, so we're going to go... presumably not through here. Explosion blasted a hole through the door large enough for a person to get through. But not us, apparently. Okay. We're not making choices yet. We're just following along. There's some goods. Low sticks? I think that's like cigarettes. Trank injectors. Okay. Salvage omniprocessor. And maglev impeller. That's for like heavy weapons. All right, cool. They're having a rave. Might be. Maybe that stuff will come in handy later. Door will not move an inch. It's blocked. Okay, so am I supposed to go back through the elevator? I guess. I don't recall what I'm supposed to be doing now. Okay, clearly not the elevator. All right, so maybe I do need to read this journal entry. A servo skull from the warrant chamber has relayed the message. He's alive. They need more powerful weapons. We need to go to the officer's deck. Okay, cool. That's what I'm trying to do. Generators hum softly. Cool, cool, cool. There's nobody to loot because we didn't really do any combat. I feel like we would take the elevator to the officer's deck. Maybe not, though. Was there some way I was supposed to do that through the map? Well, it looks like we can sort of go north to get to the officer's deck, but that was the door that wouldn't open. Door will not move an inch. It is blocked. Alrighty. So have I entered a puzzle, or do I just not understand the map? There is some loot here. Okay. Maybe it's explosives? Well-maintained stub revolver. Okay, that seems handy. Let's take that. Ale. Food. And a fuel tank. All right, cool. Let's go to our inventory. Equipping weapons. Yes, thank you. The door to the mess deck is stuck. There must be a way to open it. Okay, so I just needed to loot that first, and I didn't notice it. All right, cool. And I probably didn't need to steal that gal's stuff. Because this is better. I still don't quite see why she has an auto pistol, but... this is better than the last pistol. So you can have that. Does this dude have anything for range? No. Maybe you'll need it one day, but probably not. You're more like a warrior bro. Door is blocked. Okay, what can the map tell me? Can I shoot it?
At your beck and call. Whatever you wish.
Righto.
We must act.
Can I shoot it? No, I cannot shoot it. I can apparently almost shoot Abelard. Let's move you out of the way. Maybe a bolter will open it.
That is not the Emperor's will.
Alright, fine. It is blocked.
I will not. Doubt is for the weak.
I have no idea if I'm doing this right.
This is unacceptable. That is not the Emperor.
It was only letting me do that because it's an area attack. Okay. I don't know if this is how these games work or not. I'm kind of worried that I might just be stupid. We've lost so many, but it's fine. We'll hold out. I hope the heretics don't send reinforcements. Yes, your lordship. I'm lost, bro. I need help. I might be dumb. Large enough for a person to get through. So why can't I crawl through it? I'm so confused. Okay, maybe I can take the elevator now that I looted that crate.
Victory awaits.
Was there some way that I could access the fast travel network? Let's try that again. Cargo management, formation, Corpus Valentius. Okay, that's your, like, glossary. It doesn't look like I can access the fast travel from here. I can move and look anywhere I want. I just can't go there. I am so confused. Anybody that knows anything about these games, help me out. There's a door. There's a door right here. Okay. I just had to open the door. Ah, get ready for that kind of playthrough. Ah! 20 minutes. Door. All right, cool. Just got a text from my wife. Gotta check that, because holy crap. I need to recover from the door fiasco. So baby is partying. It's good to see. Ah, there was a door.
The Emperor is with us.
Prepare for battle. Get your characters in position. Okay. They're going after the model ship. Seems like something we don't want them to do. All right, I'm going to put Broseph up here. Sister of Battle up here. Psyker Lady behind some cover. Commander Dude behind some cover. That seems all right. Expert with a burst range weapon that deal damage in an area. Running gun is a soldier ability. Revel in Slaughter is a soldier ability. Okay, so the more she kills, the better she gets. Okay, and we have learned what burst attacks do if we shoot them at ourselves. But she can blast all of these dudes for all of those dudes. She'll hit Abelard if we go there. Let's blast this way.
As the Emperor commands.
Seems good. Running gun. So that would let her shoot again. Okay. I don't think if I use this, she can shoot again. Yeah, I needed to use that first. Okay. That's all right. We're learning. That's basically her turn. She can read. Nope, can't do anything. Got it. I think I could have gotten 2 shots if I'd done that properly. We should be okay using 1 psychic ability here to take a dude out. And let's see, she's got a buff to this dude. All right.
Chaos guides me.
Can I have some crackers? All right, let's cut them to pieces. And use our dodge buff. Full and partial cover gives you the opportunity to avoid enemy attacks. Full cover, indicated by a skull, reduces the chance to be hit by 60. Partial is 35. The chance to hit a character behind cover may vary depending on the difficulty of the game. Some cover can be destroyed. Destructible cover has a durability bar. Single shot can penetrate through cover. Okay. The pistol burst here doesn't hit Abelard. And might take some dudes out. Let's do a pistol burst. Oh crap, I hit the sister. We said we were going to learn from that, and I just didn't. I didn't see her there. Man, I'm bad at video games. This used to be my job. Let's buff Abelard again. Sorry, I shot you in the back, Sister of Battle. Really didn't mean to do that.
Out of my way! I serve the ruinous powers!
I kind of hate learning a new game too, but it's fun once you get it. All right, let's get this over with.
Strike is a prayer.
More baddies.
Death to non-believers!
I thought I skipped her turn. Why is she getting another turn?
Faith without deed.
Oh, from the running gun from the last turn. Okay. It carried over. All right, I can't really move her and do much. Yeah, let's hook her up. I could run up here and do a melee attack there. That doesn't seem terrible.
On it.
Like, it'll at least get that killed. It is really bizarre how different a game plays when you're done. When you've learned how it works. It's that initial learning that can be a little bit frustrating. What does this button do?
Chaos guides me!
Abelard's turn again. We'll Let's charge this, bro. Charge apparently has to be in a straight line. Okay, cool. Then let us not charge this, bro. Let us just go kill this dude.
In my time.
Can I charge now? No. Okay. It's using up my points. Movement points and action points. Okay. Now I get to turn.
We march for McCrag.
Thank you, Scott. And shoot this dude and probably finish him off and not hit anyone, which seems useful.
Nothing I can't do.
Except hit your target, apparently.
Death to the weak.
Man, my character is the worst one on the team.
Curse you, miscreant.
But I'm the commander. Thank you very much for the resub, Scotty. Have you checked out Warhammer Plus? You might actually dig it. Sister's turn. Get her up here into some cover and burst down these nerds. And I'll pop a running gun for next turn. Dira can probably go finish off this dude.
Will do.
Out of my way.
All right, I'm down to just cut down the people in front of me. Still no charges. All right, for me, if I want to shoot somebody, I probably can't move into a position to actually hit anybody, can I? All right, then we'll just move up. If I can't take a shot, I can't take a shot. I don't think I actually have line of sight on this dude. Do I?
I'll pass.
Yeah, no line of sight. That's all right.
All too easy.
I am your doom.
I'm gonna have to reload. She's got some cover there. Yeah, I'm okay with her tanking this. Right. I don't think we're gonna go nuts if we use a psychic power, and this might just end the battle and won't hit anybody. There's baddies left? No. Okay. Then let's get our loot. We got swords. Sister Battle can probably carry a sword. She doesn't have anything. Scrappy autoguns. Yeah, we don't really need all of this.
I woke up with a feeling of wonder, as if a field of flowers was
Different kinds of
blossoming
weapons which can be
nearby.
swapped. Press
The child was
X.
saved from
Okay,
death.
so she can swap to a
1,000
sword if I need
heretics
one.
were burning alive, begging and sobbing and howling.
Is this thing better than my stubber? It will let you do burst fire, but I can also do a pistol burst. One-handed ranged weapon light. It's got better range. Okay, I should probably have one of these equipped just so Bro can actually do something, because he's been pretty useless. What's that? Exact replica of the void ship sits on the pedestal. Labels indicate the main components. That's pretty cool. All right, I'm going to take a short break here and go potty. I'll be right back, and we'll get about another hour in. So see you back in just a second. I did not. Tell me about the new event in EFT, and I'll read it when I get back. BRB.